Thank you for being with me and taking the time to subscribe. A lot of new subscribers the last few days as we get closer to the hurricane season and build this community together. This channel is about facts and safety, and that is it. Let's take a look at this area we're watching building in the Caribbean. As we've been talking about for a few weeks now, there's going to be a lot of rain building mid to late month. As of now, I'm not seeing any development. Now, neither are the models. I don't just look at the models. Behind the scenes, I'm looking at all the environmental conditions. The models could be very wrong in many cases, as we well know. And that's one of the reasons, another reason I do this channel, to give you that information, to keep you ahead of what may be developing. The American model, European, Canadian, and German models do not show any development as of now with this area, but I'm watching it. There is a slight chance of development into a tropical depression or tropical storm. The biggest issue is going to be really heavy areas of rain, widespread areas of rain that will be coming our way. I want to show you that as we take you through the month. Right now, watching a surge of some moisture, spotty showers. For many of us, it's not going to be a lot across the Eastern Caribbean. For some of us, we are going to get some downpours though. Still watching Costa Rica, Panama. Overnight, I've been watching a few showers building off the coast of Nicaragua, and another round of really heavy rain possible. Parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, southern United States, parts of Florida as well. You can see this moisture feed right here. We have that old spin up near Bermuda, just helping to draw in a little bit of moisture. So we'll keep an eye on that, but we are about to see a lot of rain building. So let me start here in the Caribbean, and then I'll widen out the picture and we'll lift to the north, and then we'll get into some of those rain totals too. This here's the American model. Hit or miss shower around for many of us today. Let me know if you get one. Put your location and what you may be getting in the comments, and I'll be going through those throughout the day. Guyana, Suriname, still watching out for the rain. Costa Rica, Panama, and then we have a front building. I'll expand this out for the Gulf, parts of the United States. I'll show you that in just a second. You can see some of the moisture building. This here's on Saturday, and then that will include parts of the Yucatan Peninsula as we swing back through Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Belize. We'll finally get a chance of some showers around. Now let's go out in time. Let's go deeper out in time here. You see by Monday with this front around, moisture starts to build around Belize, Honduras, Nicaragua, Cayman Islands. We may get a better chance of rain swinging up through parts of Cuba, Florida, and the northern Bahamas. You see some of the rain here, hit or miss, Barbados and St. Lucia. Then by the time we get into deeper into next week, you see here, this is by Thursday, May 15th. Look at this rain building near Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua. Jamaica will have scattered storms, heaviest rain just to the south, and then hit or miss rain in the Eastern Caribbean. But watch what happens as we go forward. Now this area here is either going to lift to the north, or a piece of it may swing to the west and try to develop a little bit in the Eastern Pacific, where those water temperatures are a bit warmer. So monitoring that. But you see here, once we get into May 17th, it's not just the central and western Caribbean. The Eastern Caribbean, we're going to see a surge of moisture, a surge of rain. Rain chance is going to be going up, and you see it here. This would be by May 20th. Now on May 20th, a couple spots we're watching, again, near Central America, and then swinging back toward Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba, up through the Bahamas, and then anywhere from Puerto Rico down through Trinidad, right up through St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, Barbuda. You see that rain around. Not seeing any development out of this area. The one to the west, a slightly better chance that we get a little bit of development here. It just depends on how things shake out in the environment as we go forward. And there still may be a piece of this in the Eastern Pacific that tries to develop. But you see here, a lot of rain will be building. So with that, watching the flood threat, the mudslides, but also watching out for a slight chance of some development. Now, that was the American model. Here's the European model, and it shows you where there might be some development. The European model has a chance, it's actually gone down some. Last few days, we're looking at about a 30 to 40% chance of maybe some development in the Western Caribbean. As far as the European model now, it's showing about a 20% chance, and that is it. And that's because of what I showed you yesterday. Again, I don't just look at the models. There's going to be a lot of wind shear around above our heads. That's a good thing because that prevents some development that would knock off the tops of developing storms. But with that said, the water temperatures are plenty warm enough for development this time of year. But again, it's not just the water, it's what's going on above our heads. But noting some of the water temperatures really starting to warm now. And look at that spot. We're running in parts of really the central and eastern Gulf now near 28 degrees Celsius, some mid 80s in spots in the Gulf. Watching that warming, and you see right around 29, even 30 degrees Celsius near Jamaica, swinging down toward Costa Rica. And it is starting to warm in the eastern Caribbean around Trinidad. We expect water temperatures to warm this time of year. It is flat out hot for a lot of us, but we are seeing that bump up in the water temperatures, and that's why hurricane season officially starts June 1st. Those water temperatures are going to be very warm. Now, a quick look at the season. Now, you hear a lot about La Nina and El Nino. I'll put that science in the background for just a second. We're going to be kind of in between. It's not going to be a true La Nina this hurricane season or a true El Nino. So what does that mean for named storms? It'll fall somewhere in between. A La Nina pattern usually means more named storms. An El Nino pattern usually means less. So we should be somewhere in between. Should be average to an above average hurricane season for number of storms, but throw that away. No hurricane season is average, as we well know, and it takes just one storm. We could have an El Nino pattern, and there'd just be one or two storms out there, and some people say, hey, well, that's good. That's a quiet season. But if those one or two storms hits us, that's not quiet at all. On the flip side, if it's a La Nina pattern, we have a million storms out there. If they all stay out to sea, that's a good thing. So you hear about these seasonal forecasts. It really just matters where the heck these things go, and that's what I will be tracking for you as we go forward. But as far as number of storms, average to above average for the season. Now, that spin near Bermuda, some rain, especially to the north, watching spotty showers, Newfoundland, Atlantic region of Canada. A little severe weather threat today, watching near Kentucky and around Kentucky. Could be some isolated tornadoes. Look at the rain again building, couple spots. New England, mid-Atlantic for tomorrow, then once again in the southern United States. That's why that flood threat is going to continue to stay high right through the Gulf. You see that rain and parts of Mexico as well. And then as we work our way into Saturday, there's some of the rain as we get back toward parts of Florida, trying to get into the northern sections of the Bahamas, and more rain that will move out of New England into the Atlantic region of Canada, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, seeing some of the rain over toward Nova Scotia. And then by Sunday and Monday, another surge of moisture on the way for the southern U.S. That flood threat remains. So trying to give you the heads up on that. Now, as far as the seas go, here's meters. Here is feet as we look at the scale to keep everyone covered. I'll go island by island in a second with the rain totals. As far as the seas go, still near Bermuda, things are on the choppier side. As we go forward in the Caribbean, we're okay, but things are going to start to build as we work our way through the weekend. You see a bit more of a chop that will be around. Even in the northern Gulf, a little bit choppier. This is by Sunday, just as we get those waves of energy with some of the heavier rain moving by. But the Caribbean and the Atlantic passageways by Sunday will be a bit choppier too on the rougher side. Seas will build further, even more so as we work our way into next week. So watching out for some of the downpours around Florida. Not really clipping us by yet in the Bahamas, but by next week we'll see a better chance. Cuba, isolated pop-up storm. Watching a few around for us in Jamaica. We had a couple heavier ones in spots yesterday. Cayman Islands for now are mainly dry, and Haiti and the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, a chance of some storms. That could lead to some flooding, but overall the rain chance has gone down some. Still some storms though, but it's gone down some. Hit or miss Anguilla, St. Martin, Statia, swinging just down to the South, Dominica South through Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, Trinidad, St. Lucia, Barbados. Again, hit or miss rain. We'll see a little bit more on the edge of Trinidad. We'll be watching that, and then you see that really heavy rain. Here's Guyana, here's Suriname. That's where we'll have some spots for 3-day totals of 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. Very active with that flood threat for Guyana and Suriname. Still Costa Rica and Panama, the same thing, parts of Colombia. And then we start to get some more scattered areas of rain with the action in the Gulf passing by. That'll give us a better chance of at least getting some spotty showers. I'll show you that in a moment throughout parts of Central America. But there's more rain. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. This is a 3-day rain total, but we're going to do this this again, if I were to extend this out further, there's going to be these waves of energy, just these storm systems moving by. So Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, parts of Georgia, mainly North Florida, and the panhandle of Florida, watching out for flooding. 4, 5, 6 inches of rain possible as we stack up some of this rain over the next several days. So for us in Jamaica, an isolated shower storm, 30% chance today. And you see the next 3 days in the Cayman Islands, we're mainly on the dry side. 20% chance of a shower today in Trinidad, but we're going to build to about a 40% chance by Saturday. 20% chance as of now in Barbados, and a 20% chance in St. Lucia. So right now, a couple showers nearby, but the rain chance still relatively on the low side. A 30% chance the next couple days in Grenada, up to a 40% chance on Saturday. 20 to 30% chance with us the next 3 days, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Up to a 40% chance on Saturday in Martinique, and about a 30% chance of a shower the next few days as we work our way back through Dominica. Rain chance holding at about 40% as we get into Guadeloupe for the next 3 days. Rain chance at 50% today. Antigua, Barbuda, some scattered showers around. A 50% chance today. St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat. Down to about a 30% chance tomorrow. Another 50% chance Anguilla and St. Bart's. Going down slightly tomorrow, and a 40% chance of some scattered showers, St. Martin, Saba, and Statia over the next couple of days. 40 to 50% chance in Puerto Rico. Not as high as early in the week, but still watching out for scattered storms that could lead to some isolated flooding. 40% chance today, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. Bahamas were mainly dry as of right now, mainly dry back through the Turks and Caicos, but I showed you long term how that pattern is going to change. A 40% chance of scattered storms. Rivers still very dangerous in spots in the Dominican Republic and in some spots in Haiti as well. Haiti, our rain chance down to 30%. Just a 20% chance in Belize, but longer term, that rain chance is going to be getting higher. Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, rain chance about 20% today. Could see a passing shower. That would be all. But we get back through Guyana. Look at tomorrow, Saturday, a 70% chance of rain. Flooding a potential, an 80% chance of rain for the next 3 days in Suriname. Watching out for the flooding. A pop-up shower storm possible in Cuba. And there's that 70 to 80% chance of rain the next 3 days. Costa Rica and Panama. 40 to 50% chance in Nicaragua. 30% chance the next couple of days in Honduras. Up to a 40% chance on Saturday. We're gradually going to start to see it build. Guatemala and El Salvador. You see by Saturday, we're up to about a 60% chance, and even building around Mexico City. So we're starting to see that pattern change, and eventually by Saturday, the Yucatan Peninsula will have some scattered showers around. Some of us will start to get some rain. 50 to 60% chance in northern Colombia. 50% chance in northern Venezuela, and watching out for some areas of rain at times around Bermuda with overall the elevated seas. So we're monitoring any signs of tropical development together. I'm watching all of the ingredients, not just the models, but regardless of development, large areas of rain will be coming with flooding and mudslides. And as all of this occurs over the next few weeks, I'll be watching out for those signs of development. 24 days away to the start of hurricane season. Have a wonderful day ahead.